there are only two people on the planet who can say their brother is the Pope. I'm going to speak with one of them in just a second. Today, I should note, the boy who grew up on Chicago's South Side stood in the Sistine Chapel as Leo XIV, speaking off the cuff and, at least initially, in English.
As we celebrate this morning, I invite you to recognize the marvels that the Lord has done, the blessings that the Lord continues to pour out upon all of us.
The reality of leading the planet's 1.4 million Catholics is a long way from the young priest who blessed his mother after he was ordained, or the White Sox fan who was in the stands, as you can see from this amazing photo, at the 2005 World Series. Yes, that's him right there. The whirlwind change from being one of the many cardinals to the one and only Pope was captured by the Associated Press when one of his brothers checked his FaceTime, and this happened.
Oh, he's called for 2 hours already.
Well, why don't you answer your phone?
Well, first you need to know you're on the air right now. This has been going on since 11 o'clock this morning. This is the first time I'm hearing that this thing rang, and we are being filmed and recorded. Right this very minute.
My source tonight is Pope Leo's brother, Lou Provost, and it's great to have you here, sir, because obviously to the world he is now Pope Leo XIV, but to you, he's Rob. I don't even, what was it even like to find out that your brother is the Pope?
It was shocking, as much as, you know, we used to joke around about it, but when it became reality, it was like, oh my God, Rob's the Pope. What happened? Is this a dream? It's real. And yeah, I total shock, speechless. I can't express to you all the feelings that came across when they read his name, and then when he made his appearance on the balcony and saw him, it brings tears to my eyes to see him, and happiness and joy. Inside is just, things are springing up, feelings just like wired. It's just a phenomenal feeling. It's fantastic. I'm happy for him, but there's the other side. You saw my brother John trying to get a hold of him, and he did get through to him, surprisingly. I haven't been able to. But then those two are closer together age-wise and spent more time together than I did. I went off into the military, and they traveled the world together while they were in college. So they're probably a little closer together than I am with them. But we still used to talk on a weekly basis anyway. And
what are you going to say to him when you do talk to him? I mean,
again,
how do you congratulate a sibling who just became the Pope?
I'm probably going to say, I'll have to keep it clean here. Something like, what have you done? You've ruined my life. We told you this would happen. Why did you do this? No, I'll give him grief a little bit, but I'll obviously wish him all the best and congratulations. If I'm not there at the moment doing that, reach out and hug him and push him around a little bit like the little brother, just get away from me. But no, it's an honor to even be thought of as it's the Pope's brother. I'm the Pope's brother.
It sounds like it's still sinking in for you.
My mind is still blown. Yeah. Yes, it's going to take a while. The shock, the initial shock hasn't worn off. I don't know that it ever will, because this is going to go on, I assume, for the rest of his life. He's going to probably be the Pope.
But you know what I loved is that,
barring any weird things, but
siblings always tease each other growing up. You used to tease him actually about being going on to potentially even be in this position.
Yes, of course, because you probably heard on somewhere one of these interviews or read it. When we were growing up, when I would play with them and we'd be outside playing, we used to play like boys and play boys games, whether it was sports or cops and robbers, cowboys and Indians, whatever it might be. Rob liked to play priest, and what are you doing? Why are you doing this? We want to go shoot people, like get the Indian kids, and no, I have to say mass first. And we'd go down in the basement, he'd do his pretend saying mass, pass out Holy Communion with the Necco wafers, if you know what those are. I don't know if you're old enough to remember those. But it was his thing. He's always had that calling since he was probably 6 or 7 years old. We kind of knew from the start. He's going to go into the priesthood. He's going to become a priest. I wouldn't have guessed back then that, even though some people said that guy's going to be a pope one day. Where do you get that from? I don't know, but multiple people had said it.
Yeah.
Neighbors, couple of nuns at school. Robert's going to go places in the church. He could be pope. And we all laughed and made fun of him at that point, but
they were right.
Here we are.
People are so fascinated when there's a new pope. Yesterday everyone was wanting to know what team he cheered for. What is your brother like? What is he like? Does he like certain kind of music, movies? I mean, how would you introduce him to people?
He's my brother. He's my stupid little brother. He's you saw, I don't know where they found that picture of him at the White Sox game.
Yeah.
That blew me away when I saw that. He's a Sox fan. He's obviously now into soccer since he's been in South America and in Italy so much. They don't play so much baseball. It's soccer's the big thing. So I know he's into watching soccer. A couple times we've talked. I'm watching the game. What game? Oh, the soccer game between Peru and Argentina, or whatever it might be. But I'm sure if he came back and he had a chance, he'd try to go to a Sox game. He's probably still a Sox fan, deep down inside. He's just a down-to-earth guy. He likes to talk with people. I wouldn't say he's like super outgoing, but he has no problem with talking to people. He's a peacemaker. He can communicate with people like me, people in high political positions, whether in the U.S. or in Peru or in Italy, whatever country he's been to. He's talked to a lot of world leaders. He's able to talk to them at their level. He's able to talk like he has been, has spent his life talking to the poor people in Peru and guiding them, bringing them into the church. So he's multi-talented, versatile, multilingual, but yet he's still a down-to-earth human guy. He's a guy.
Yeah.
He's what he is. I don't know how else to describe him.
I think you
You
described
need
him
something,
perfectly.
you call him, and he'll do it.
Well, and now he is.
I try. It's hard.
An incredibly high calling. I know you must be a very proud, even if surprised, older brother, Lou. It's so great to have you. So thank you for coming on and to talk about your brother. And when you get in touch with him, let us know.
All right, we'll try. I'm waiting to hear. Hopefully we'll hear this weekend something. They'll either call or do that, whatever my other brother was doing with him on the FaceTime or whatever. Somehow we're hoping to hear something because we're trying to figure out when we should go there.
Yep.
So we're hoping he calls and says, you can come on this time and I'll have this day available for you. But at this point, and that's one of the negative things is, will we ever see him again? will we be able to have that brother relationship anymore? Or will he be too preoccupied?
You'll be sharing him with the world now.
with being Pope?
You'll be sharing
right.
him with the world. I'm sure
That's
he'll
the
always make time for his brothers. Lou, thank you so much. Great to
hope
have you
so,
tonight.
yep.
Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you.